Okay, so this already looks, I can see this right away. Beautiful love, care, gentleness. I think you might have been handling someone very gently, very carefully, just like this page is handling this coin, very gently, right on the tips of his fingers. Very, very beautiful, very gentle. And whoever this is, you really thought they were very special, just like a coin, golden, beautiful. You were really caring for someone. And you still really care for this person. It's not a love connection. This is someone you really cared about. You were taking care of them, I think, or doing things for them, helping them. And there was a lot of love in you. You loved this person. You still do. It's unconditional love. Unconditional love. It's mutual as well. They care for you. I can see that. They might have been struggling to let you know that a bit. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe they couldn't tell you. Maybe they couldn't tell you in a certain way. I'm not sure why that is. But I think you know that they care. I think you know that they appreciate you. Okay, this probably sounds a little bit strange. It feels like there's this little kind of bubble surrounding you. And there are a couple of other people inside your bubble with you. It's like very, very few people are close to you, and you keep them close to you inside this little bubble. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this little bubble. You're in there. A couple of other people are in there, maybe 2, 3 people. It's a very beautiful little bubble, very beautiful inside. And to some people on the outside of this, it seems like an invisible bubble, I think, if that makes sense. Because I think some people think they're on the inside with you, but they're actually not. So it's invisible. They think they're there, but they're not inside the bubble with you. They're on the outside. So, yeah, so you keep some people on the outside, only very few on the inside. Some people think they're closer to you than they actually are. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, there's a little bit of questioning here as well. I'm not sure what this is about. It doesn't feel very good to me. Maybe someone was questioning your motives, and it's to do with helping this person, caring about this person. It feels really subtle to me, actually. It feels like someone thought they were smarter than you, or they could just say these little things and you wouldn't notice, or you wouldn't say anything back. They kind of banked on you not saying anything back, but you did notice. So I think that when this all happened, it was very hurtful. Whatever they said was quite hurtful. I think that thing that happened, I think that probably confirmed to you that you were doing the right thing by keeping this little bubble there with just a few people inside and keeping that very closed and very close to you. Yeah, I really hope that makes sense to someone, because I'm really feeling this. You're really, really caring for someone, really loving someone, really taking care of them. And it was very, very, very strong. And it's so strong to me that I just feel as if someone's questioning that, it's really horrible. It makes me really angry, because they shouldn't question that, because I'm really feeling this now. I think this person you were taking care of might have been a little bit vulnerable as well. And yeah, you are absolutely doing the right thing. You know that anyway. You don't need me to tell you that. But I just think this person came in and started questioning or doubting, and that made you kind of a little bit self-conscious, upset, I think, as well. So don't ever doubt yourself. I just want to keep on reminding you of that, and you're absolutely doing the right thing. Okay, so the next card you have, you pass the Hanged Man. Yeah, sometimes this can be about sacrifice, stopping one thing or saying no to one thing for a greater good, things like that. I think you probably did sacrifice a lot of your time to be able to care for this person. I don't think you minded that at all. Again, you have very pure intentions toward them. You absolutely do. And no one should be questioning that. I keep on seeing that, because I keep on seeing someone talking, making a comment or questioning. There's a lot of hurt here by these comments. You were hurt by what this person said. It sounds like an accusation, but it was very subtle. It might not a bit, but it seems like that to me. I just want to tell you again, you know what the truth is. That's all that matters. Okay, this is a bit, I'm seeing eyes. Maybe it's this person's eyes you're caring for. Because I think you know they appreciate you because you can see it in their eyes. That's what I'm seeing. So beautiful. It feels so beautiful to me. So yeah, if that resonates with you, absolutely don't doubt yourself because of someone else's ignorant comments or whatever. And they are ignorant. They don't know your situation. Very ignorant. Makes me a bit angry, actually. But put them out of your mind. Absolutely put them out of your mind. You know you're doing the right thing. There's another thing here I'm picking up. It's your strength. You're very, very, very strong. I'm picking up on that. You're very strong. Now, a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people see this, see your caring side and your gentle side. Not a lot of people get to see your strength, but when they do, they know. And yeah, what happens is you kind of put up with things and you're very kind. You keep on putting up with things, but then a line crosses and you just put your foot down and you say, right, that's it. And people don't see that coming quite often. They see you as this kind person. You won't do this and you won't do that. You'll put up with this and then you don't. Suddenly you're like, no, I'm not putting up with that anymore. Now, I'm seeing one specific person here who really didn't see this side of you coming. They did not see that strong side of you. They did not see that. I think this is someone who thought you were going to hang around waiting for them to forever, like this hanged man. Yeah, they expected you to wait around for them. That's what I'm seeing. And I think this is someone you're involved with. This is a love connection. I think this is probably an ex-love connection. The thing is, you have so much love to give someone. You have so much love to give someone. And when you're with someone, you give them everything. You give them your all. But then I think with this person, something just reached a certain point and you just said, right, that's it. And yeah, they made you wait and you said, no more. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting for you to come back in and out, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this kind of revolving door, actually, and they've tried to come in and out a few times around this revolving door. But I think, you know, this time came, whatever happened, I don't know, but a line was crossed. That was it. And that's you in your strength. That's you showing your strength. Okay, I actually think they might keep on trying to come back again at some time. I'm seeing silence. So it feels very silent now. So they're away now or they're quiet now. I don't actually think they've learned how strong you are. It hasn't sunk in yet. So, you know, if this is making sense to you, just be prepared, because I don't think the reality's set in with them yet. They keep on wanting to come in and out again. This has gone on for a long, long time. I've seen a bit of this in your last reading, I think, just from memory. Yeah, just be prepared for that. Okay, so the last card you have, you pass the Lovers. Okay, so here's this couple here. One represents you, the other one represents this ex-love connection, or whoever this is. Now, because they're male and female doesn't necessarily mean that this is a male-female relationship. It doesn't have to be. It can be anything, it can be anyone. But in this card, this is how I'm seeing this. You're coming up as the female in this card. Because if you look at this woman, she's seeing the whole picture. She's looking up at the angel. She sees all of the world in its entirety, on all the dimensions, on the spiritual dimensions, on all the dimensions. So, and when she loves with every part of herself, spiritually, physically, mentally. That's how you are. And the man on this card, he's not seeing anything. He's just seeing the woman. He's just looking at the woman. So whoever this is that you moved on from, I think they actually saw you as, I hope this makes sense, but it's like they saw you as facilitating them, that you were there for them, but they weren't there for you. That's what I'm seeing. You were existing, you were there for them, to help them, to facilitate them, to wait for them, all of that kind of thing. And they expected you to hang around like the hanged man, eternally waiting. You really did love them, I think. It feels very spiritual to me. And that's how you love people. And I think that turning point happened when I think you just realised They don't deserve that. I'm giving them everything. They don't deserve that. You have this very deep, very spiritual way that you love people, and they just didn't see you in that way. They saw you as someone who was there to accommodate them. That's what I'm seeing. I actually think when you said no to them, when that line was crossed and you said no and you moved away, or you moved on, or whatever you did, I think it hurt you to say no to them, actually. But your strength won against your emotions. You knew it was the right thing to do. And I don't think you showed them. I think you're feeling all these feelings. You still had feelings, but you weren't showing them that. You're like, no, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not showing you how I'm feeling. And I think they were very surprised by this. They were really surprised by this strength that you had. But again, they're still not entirely convinced, I don't think. So they'll have to be. They'll have to be eventually, because you're not a building that's attached to a revolving door. You're a very deep, very spiritual person, and you deserve someone who's on that same wavelength as you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay. The false card, you have your presence, the Hermit. Again, you're very spiritual. Look at this. This Hermit's very, very spiritual. So there's that again. But yeah, okay. I don't want to talk about this person again, this ex, but they just keep on coming up here because I think there's a warning. Because there's this revolving door I keep on seeing. They think that they can keep on coming in and out. So that's why I think all these warnings are coming up for you. Now, you might be a little bit angry when I say this, but I have to say this is what I'm seeing. There's a little piece of you that might still be with them. Now, you'd never say this, you'd never tell them this, you'd never tell anyone this actually. But, and that doesn't mean you're going back to them, I'm not seeing that, but there's just that little tiny bit there. That's what I'm getting. And this Hermit, he knows where he's going spiritually. He's obviously very wise. You know where you're going spiritually. You know how to get to the next level spiritually. You know what you're doing. And what I'm seeing is what's messed you up and has knocked you off your spiritual path is when this person's kept on coming in and out of this revolving door. And I think when they went away, when they disappeared, and they did disappear a few times, and it was upsetting, but then you're back on your path. You're back on your path, you're on your true path, and then what would happen is you'd be on your path and they'd come back again in this revolving door again, and then you'd be thrown off the path. So obviously I think it's best for you to be on this path. But okay, this is what I need to tell you as well about this. There's a little bit of a pattern here, not just with this person, but with other people as well. There might be a lot of people who, yeah, I think there are people who feel a little bit intimidated by this side of you, by that spiritual side. You might have tried to hide it, I think, from a few people in your past, love connections, friends maybe. I'm not saying you're sneaky, I'm not saying you're being false or anything like that, but I think you might be thinking, this is a bit much to show people. And I think this is a warning or a message to show this side of yourself if you're with someone who you want more with. So if you're with a friend that you think can be a very close friend, if you start feeling very connected, show that side of yourself. If you're in love connection, show that side of yourself if you feel that you're getting very close to them. Because that's the test. That's what, if you show that side of yourself, that shows you how they react to that, whether they're the right person for you or not. And also, you're going to attract the same kind of people as you, the people who have, not the same as you, but people who have that same kind of, like-minded people, I should say. You're going to attract the right people to you. So I hope that makes sense to you. So, obviously you're in hermit mode or some kind of hermit mode right now because you've got this card. But when you feel ready to open up to people again, just keep that in mind. Show your true self. That's the big message there. Show your true self, especially to people who you think there's a big future with or some kind of future developing. Show that side to them. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Queen of Cups. Again, I'm seeing them. I'm sorry, I'm seeing them again. I can't help it. They're everywhere. They're coming up as a warning. This ex, love connection. It's just everywhere. I'll just show you what I'm seeing in this card. I'll show you how I'm seeing this. Okay, so in the Hermit card, the Hermit's walking along the top of a cliff. It's a snowy cliff. He's walking along, and that's his spiritual path. And if you look at this card, there's a cliff in the background, and it's higher up than where this Queen's sitting. So when this Axe comes back around and, interrupts you from being on your spiritual path, that's when you fall back again into your emotions, and you end up like this Queen who's super emotional, and she's sitting there really, really emotional, staring at her cup. She can't think about anything else but her emotions. That's what happens to you. Now, also, if you look at this cup, there's a lid on the cup. So again, when they come back again, and I think they definitely will, because there are all these warnings everywhere telling you that, you'll keep a lid on your emotions. You're not going to show them how you're feeling. And you've done this before. You're going to do this again. Very, very wise, like this Hermit. Now, I just wanted to show you how I could see that. Okay, the other thing I'm getting here is I think this is about a family member. It's someone who should be closer to you. They're kind of not as close as they should be. It's someone who feels quite alone. I don't think they're literally alone, but they feel alone. I'm getting a woman here. She's around people. She's around family, I think. She's quite unhappy where she is. If you know who this is, try to reach out to this person. I know you're probably still in hermit mode. Again, I'm seeing that. But I don't think you need to have a big conversation with them or anything like that. I don't think they want that. I think they just need to know that someone's there. Someone's there. Even if you just say hello, if you ever need anything, I'm here. Just be there for that person. I think it'd really comfort them if you contacted them. They need someone to listen. I'm getting that. They've had people around them who don't listen, and they need someone to show them that they're listening to them. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So if you know who that is, try and contact that person. Yeah, okay, the last card you have your presence, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they're a family member. This person's a family member, this person in the Queen of Cups. They're coming up quite strongly here again. Yeah, what I'm seeing is maybe they like to be seen as having the perfect family. They might be struggling with their identity, struggling with their self-image. If that makes sense, it might be that they have this kind of facade of the perfect family, but the reality is not like that. If you look at this card, I'll just move it up so you can see the whole card. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. But there's a barrier. There's a barrier between the family and the house. So it's like they're on the outside looking in. So I don't know if this is a sibling of yours. It feels like someone who's close to your age, like a sibling or a cousin. And things look perfect, and they're concerned about the appearance of things. Maybe they're concerned about how they look as a family to other people. I hope that makes sense. And they just need someone to reach out to them. And this is about inclusion as well. They need to feel as if you want to include them. They feel very, very isolated. That's what this rainbow represents, inclusion. There's a little river as well leading up to the door of this house. And so that showed me that you need to come toward them. You need to come to their door like this river. You need to bring your emotions to them. You need to reach out if you can. They're not going to come to you. That's what I'm getting there. So again, if you know that's coming up very clearly to me, if you know who that is, they would love you to reach out to them. And that's going to be the start of a sort of lifeline toward this person. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. The first card you have your future is the Two of Swords. So yes, this is obviously you. You're saying no when this person comes back. You're guarding yourself. I still keep on seeing this soft spot. You have some kind of soft spot for them. So what's going to happen is you're going to really, 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 really try not to listen to them, not to see them, not to talk to them. You'll have this blindfold on like this woman, and you'll be protecting yourself. You'll be protecting your heart, because you know that there's this little part of you, there's this little soft spot, and you don't want them to get into that soft spot. That's what I'm getting. your mind's determined not to go there. Your mind's determined not to open up your emotions. Yeah, so I think part of you is a little bit afraid that if you do see them, if they start talking to you again, you might be swayed back a little bit again because of that soft spot. So, yeah, you're going to be protecting yourself, protecting your heart. Yeah, there is a little bit of a difficult time ahead of you with this. Feels very conflicted. It's like, oh, my heart's saying this a bit, my head's saying that. I'm kind of straining. I don't know which way to go because she has these two swords up. So a lot of conflict there. Look at these rocks behind this woman. I think this is reminding you that you have a rocky past with them, a difficult past. So look forward, move forward. The feeling I'm getting is that I think 90% of you probably wants to move on. It's just that little tiny bit that you're afraid of. So if this does happen, if you do come into this time when they come back in and you're feeling quite conflicted, tap into your strength. You've got a lot of strength. You're a very, very, very strong person. You've showed this to them once, and it's time to show this to them again when they come back. Also, tap into your spirituality, because your spirituality is all over this reading, and I think that might be where you get a lot of your strength from. So focus on that when they come in. Focus on your spirituality, focus on your strength. Really, really, really focus on that. Try not to see them, try not to talk to them. Stay strong. That's what I'm getting in that card. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is the King of Pentacles. Yeah, look at the strength in this king. He's so strong. Absolutely. He doesn't have to say anything. His strength's just obvious. We can see that by looking at him. And he's really wise as well, like this hermit. He's seen a lot in his time. He's older. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see his foot. Yeah, it's just not... Okay, I'll move that down so you can see. It's on top of this bull. It's like a bull's head. So it's like, I'm on top. I'm on the top. I'm at the top. And so that's showing you that you do have the strength. You do. You're very, very, very strong. And you just need to tap into that. You need to tap into your strength. Just remember, you're like this king. You're in charge. You're in charge of yourself. You're in charge of the situation. The other thing I'm seeing here, this is obviously about wealth, career, and all of that as well, abundance. There's some kind of opportunity that's around you. I think you know about this opportunity, and you might be in two minds about this. You might not be sure about this. There's someone who wants to help you with this, I think. There's someone that wants to give you a hand up with something. It feels like you're in two minds. Again, I keep on seeing this. You're in two minds. You're like, oh, will I do this or not? Yeah, there's a big opportunity. You know about this. It's opened up to you. And you're not sure about this. So if this is you, two things here. The first thing is, take your time with this decision. This is a very slow moving king. He thinks about everything very carefully. He's very wise. So, but if you do decide to do this in the end, grasp this person's hand, this person who wants to help you. I'm actually seeing you literally grasping a hand. This is someone who wants to pull you up. They want to help you. If you look at this king, he's covered in vine leaves. And vine leaves, they grasp onto whatever's available. Trees, walls, anything. And they climb up on the back of whatever's there, whatever's available. So if you know what this is and you know who this is, take this person's help. If that's what you want to do, grasp their hand. And that's how you're going to be able to climb up, rise up. And yes, there's a lot of abundance here as well. So you're going to rise up and you're going to be you're going to be financially rewarded if you do this. Yeah, again, I keep on seeing this conflict. There's conflict around this. So, because you've got the Two of Swords here as well. And I think your spirituality might be in a little bit of a conflict with this. It might be something that conflicts with that. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if you say yes to this, there's absolutely money there. There's abundance there. And someone wants to help you. That's what I keep on seeing. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the Page of Cups. Okay, so obviously, again, this is about this person. They're coming back. This page has a love offer. That's what this is about. It feels like a little bit of an apology, but not a serious apology. So, yeah, there's a lot of lightheartedness here. Quite shallow, I think. So, yeah, they're going to come back. It's going to be quite lighthearted. This really just shows me again the difference in the way you both view things. I'm seeing that in the Lovers card. Okay, cross-watchers, don't be angry, please. Might not be about you. But this just shows me that they still don't have that depth that you have, and they don't have the depth that you need in a relationship. You need someone to have that depth, to be able to communicate with and to be with. Now, you know, some people are happy with things being light and fun and no deep conversations and all of that, but that's not you. That's not you. You're not like that. So, you know, and also I think if you go back again, you won't be on your true path. You won't be on that spiritual path. And that's the right path for you. That's what I keep on seeing here. So, yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. I just hope that helps someone. And I don't want to keep on putting you off someone, but it's all over this reading. If someone's in a revolving door and they come and they go and they come and they go and they come and they go, it's clear, it's very obvious that they're not the right person for you.